Today we have a special edition for you viewers focusing on corruption that occurred in the early 1900s and is still going on today. Lead stories include a man having his money stolen in a bar, bribery going on in the Republican Party, and old houses being painted and sold as new. And now, going on scene to Brittany, who is at a bar downtown in Chicago.
Going through old court records, we found that in the early 1900s, this was the scene of a robbery against a poor working man by the name of Jurgis Rutkus. Our records say that he was supposedly looking for change for his $100 bill that he claimed to have received from a wealthy man named Freddie Jones, whom he supposedly met off the street while begging. Jurgis said that the bartender agreed to give him change for his bill if he were to buy a drink from him first. So he agreed, and in return, he got a drink at the price of 5 cents and was only given 95 cents back in change, while the bartender kept the remaining sum of money. This caused Jurgis to get very angry and a fight to break out in the bar. Following this, Jurgis was sent to jail because he was a working man and his word was not as valuable as to that of a wealthy bartender. During this time period, many incidents such as these were believed to have taken place, since the word of a lower-class working man was not held as highly of those of higher, wealthier class. Back to you, Katie.
Thanks, Brittany. This theme going on with the poor workers not being treated as equals also relates to a story coming up dealing with real estate agents lying to the working class. But first, here's Brittany and Megan, who are going to talk to you about the meat quality in Packingtown during the 1900s.
Unfortunately, we were unable to acquire permission to visit the old meat packing plants in Packingtown, but we still have a segment for you on it.
In the 1900s, much corruption went on in the meatpacking plants. Officials who headed these places did not properly check the health of the meat being given out and distributed for many people to eat. The heads of the plants did not care about the health of the people eating the meat. They just wanted to make more money.
Meats such as tubercular pork were used to make sausage, and people would eat it, not knowing this, and cause them to get very ill. However, since the sausage tended to be cheaper, people often bought it and without knowing the harm. This meant that the meatpacking officials would still make money off the sausage, and they would not care about the damage they caused to the buyers.
And we'll be right back to Katie after this commercial break.
Looking for an affordable house to be yours? Do you want to fulfill your American dream and be a homeowner? Here in Chicago, we have numerous brand new homes for sale that can be yours. All you have to do is call 1-800-USA-HOME to set up an appointment and visit the home of your dreams. Welcome back to this special report on corruption. On to Megan at the site of a local neighborhood which used to sell faulty houses.
Thanks, Katie. Here we are in a suburb in Chicago that used to house a lot of the workers who held jobs in Packingtown. Many workers would go and buy these homes to help fulfill their idea of the American dream. They were told that they were high-quality new houses, but however, in reality, they were just used houses with a coat of fresh paint over them. Many of the families that moved into these homes were not capable of speaking English. Therefore, they thought that they were going to own their house after the first payment, but were not aware that they would have to pay off their mortgage over several years in addition to an interest payment. Due to this, not many families were able to keep their homes for a long period of time. Once these families moved out, the houses would be painted and sold as new once again, starting the cycle over. So these families were being scammed out of their money. However, sources show that some hard workers such as grandmother Majuazinski were able to make enough money to keep these houses. However, even she is not happy with her house. She's aware that it is made out of the cheapest material possible and not even that well made. Apparently, this grandmother would explain to her neighbors what was going on in these houses. She explained that every member helped to pay for the house was vital. However, if somebody were to get sick and die and was not able to go back to work in Packingtown, then it would be very difficult to keep the house without their necessary income. As you heard earlier today, there was a man named Jurgis Rutkus who got sent to jail for unfair reasons. Because he was not able to work, his family was evicted from his house in less than a week. You could definitely say that the struggle of keeping a house back then was not even close to fair, and corruption is all over the place in that news story. That's it on that segment. Thanks, Katie.
Our final story begins with the results of a poll being altered due to Republican bribery. And here's Brittany with the rest of the story.
We are here at Town Hall, where past representatives have worked. However, they may not have gotten their positions fairly. In the early 1900s, representatives such as Mike Scully used bribery and connections to get their vote. Representatives would take control of people that did not fully understand the ways of the United States government. These people usually did not speak English and would become American citizens. Throughout the day of the election, they would go around town and be treated so well. They were so excited to vote that they would vote for whoever they were told to vote for. Most of the time, they were so thankful, such a great day, they were happy to vote for whoever they were told to vote for. In return, though, they would often be paid a small sum of money, probably around $2. Many times, these immigrants that were tricked into this and never grew suspicious of this, but sometimes the union would inform the immigrants that what they had done had been exploited by a vote buyer. Around this time, it is said that there were many schemes going around to buy votes off of people. And now to Megan.
Recently in our nation's government, there have been many cases of corruption going on. An example of this would be sweet deals. Mayor Perez out of Hartford made a contract with local builders under an agreement that they would also do work on his house. Despite that what he did was unlawful, he still holds the seat of mayor for the city of Hartford. There's another similar case of corruption that happened with Governor Rowland of Connecticut in 2004. Governor Rowland resigned from his job as governor after the FBI looked in and saw that he accepted many gifts from people, which he got since he held the seat of governor. He received things such as cigars, champagne, and a vintage Ford Mustang convertible, a canoe, and free or discounted vacations. He also got many renovations on his lakeside cottage, and when asked about it, he lied. Another example of corruption in the world today is called wiretap. In this, the government may listen in on any phone calls if they suspect suspicious activity without having to get a warrant. By the government being able to do so, they're going against our rights as American citizens.
As you can see, corruption has been going on for some time now and is still happening today. Hopefully you are now more aware of what is going on around you, the good and the bad. See you next week on Channel 72 News when we talk about deaths and illnesses known and unknown to America in the 1900s. Stay tuned for Packingtown Jeopardy! Thanks for watching. Have a corrupt-free day.